I'm Twinkle Khanna, and today I'm in conversation with Dr. Devi Shetty. He's a renowned cardiac surgeon, the founder of Narayana Health, the recipient of the Padma Shri and the Padma Bhushan, and needless to say, he is no Munna Bhai MBBS. So, doctor, can I ask you the first question? What is it like to be on the front lines? We are literally at a war with a virus, and doctors are warriors. What does it feel like to be out there, knowing you could get infected, knowing you're trying to save as many lives as possible?
I think professionally we are mentally prepared for this type of events. Many years ago, when HIV became a common problem, there was a lot of apprehension in our mind, but some of us decided to get on and do the operation on HIV patients. And then today, HIV is like any other patients with the infection, and we operate on them all over the world. It is a stressful situation because normally when we face a patient, we are only thinking about patient's life. Today, we have to think about our life as well as the patient's life and the life of people who depend on us. So it is not a very pleasant situation, but someone has to do it.
You were part of an expert committee that was framing what the exit policy after the 21-day lockdown would be. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
I don't want to talk about the government policies, but I strongly believe that we have a great opportunity to set an example for the rest of the world to manage COVID-19 by looking at this whole problem not as one big problem. Like what Henry Ford said, there is no one big problem, there are thousands of small problems. We have 730 districts. Our strategy now should be to look at each district as a center and empower the district to address the problem, and we have to invest heavily on testing, because we can't extend the lockdown anymore. It is simply not possible. If we keep testing, quarantining the affected people and tracing the contacts, we can win the war. Because when you look at district, each district doesn't have more than 10, 20, 50 or maximum 100 patients. So for the district administration containing that, and they should be judged not by the number of positive patients. They should be judged by the number of tests what they have done and the satisfaction of the quarantine patients as well as the number of deaths.
It's true. There are lots of numbers being thrown about. They're saying India has the lowest death rate out of a lot of countries. First, is that true? And two, if it is, then what do you attribute it to?
Most important reason why we have defied all the predictions is because of the decision by the Prime Minister and the government to go for a lockdown and extend the lockdown. My guess is that we would have, by this move, brought down the mortality rate following COVID-19 by at least 50%. Now, if we shift the responsibility to the districts, we can again bring it down by maybe another 20%, 25%. I have no doubt about it.
I have one last question. There's a lot of misinformation infiltrating our society about COVID, precautions and cures. Some people tell us to drink cow urine. There are others who say we must insert oil into orifices. What do you say? I have a friend who was drinking Karela juice every day, and then finally he started throwing up blood. So what is your idea of a preventive to the normal people who are staying at home?
See, my advice about the misinformation is first thing about victims of COVID. They are castigated. Those people should be honored. The reason is because of them, eventually we all will get the herd immunity. Herd immunity is the only thing which will protect us in the long term. To get herd immunity, half the country's population should get infected. None of us will ever volunteer to become that 50% population to get infected. And whatever reason, these people became victims, and they should be honored because they are contributing to save our life. So that is my first advice. And the second advice is, virus is going to stay here for 1 or 2 years. Life is never going to be the same. We all have to practice social distancing, wear a mask, wash our hand, and try to touch as less number of people as possible and stay at home whenever it is possible.
So basically, the disease has come from China, and the preventive is, if you're privileged enough to stay at home and make as many TikTok videos as possible. So the preventive is from China as well, in a way. Thank you, Doctor, for sharing your thoughts with us. Dr. Shetty and I support Eye for India. So it's time to say that we must, we can, and we will all help. Please press the donate button and do your bit for India. Thank you so much, Dr. Shetty, for being here with us.
It's my privilege.
Thank you.